So tell us about like what was the situation at the time? What was your work career situation at the time?
So like 1 year ago, I was quite comfortable with my job. Like I would not complain. Like like most of the people were losing their job, and my job was quite secured, and I was quite happy. But at the same time, like I noticed that like from last 3 4 years, I was doing the work which was quite similar, and like I thought that this work I can do if I'm half sleeping as well. So like it was not that difficult, it was not challenging. And then for me as a person, like I wanted to to actually grow and to do something more. And I knew that I can do more, but I was not sure where to start. That's where, if you remember, I approached you, Robin, can you help me? And then like from there, the first thing we did, like I remember you came to Whatso level one, and we sat down together. The first thing you asked me, describe the ideal job. And like that time I was completely blank, like what is this ideal job? Because I've never put a thought. And like that time it was very important for me to actually reflect back and see what exactly I want in my career. Because since then I have never put a thought. Like it was more like flowing, and I was going with the flow. I have never thought that okay, this is the ideal role I have to do. So like that time you made me thinking. And like I can say that that was a turning point for me to actually sit, take a step back, and then to actually reflect what exactly I want to do in my career. Not today, not after 1 year, but then okay, how about like in the next 5 or 10 years?
That's awesome. And so sometimes for some of my clients, it's not about one specific job title that they're going after, it's about a set of criteria.
Yeah.
So you had already done the strengths, but I don't think anybody unpacked them with you. So we pulled out your Gallup Strengths
Yes.
survey results, and tell me like what were your thoughts when we kind of went through those strengths together.
I think a lot of behavior as a human being, we have, like, if I'm not wrong, 90 to 95% of things we do unconsciously or subconsciously. When I did Gallup with you, like, I knew that yes, I had the strength, but then it was not very clear how I can define them in a word, and also how I can use. So, like, the Gallup with you, when we did, it really helped me to understand my strengths consciously, and also it helped me to put in a framework that I can use consciously to go out in my personal and also professional. So like I can say that I have used those things in my personal life as well. Whenever I do something, whenever I face any kind of challenge, then like until today, I always motivate myself, and I know my strength. So like I know that okay, this is tough. Let's take a step back. These are things I'm best at, how I can implement these things. So I think taking from a subconscious mindset to a conscious mind, you know exactly what you're doing and how you can overcome the challenges, and also how how you can achieve something consciously. That's something really important. And like it gives you the power then. You don't feel anymore that like things are happening you cannot control. If you know more about yourself, you would be able to take action in a calmer way. So I think knowing yourself consciously and also taking conscious actions, those two things really help me. And I can say that Gallup and you as well took a big part of it when we did almost a year ago.
Awesome. So now we know your strengths and we mapped out the type of roles that would be
Yes.
best suited for you. So now, then what happened?
Thereafter, like you asked me to describe the ideal day. That was also challenging because once I found, okay, this is exactly I want to do. These are my strengths, and 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 then I thought that okay, I know like what exactly I want. And then in our third or fourth meeting, you ask me, okay, describe the perfect day. And then it's still, I don't know what does this perfect day look like? And then again, you made me thinking. And that really helped me to describe my day in a very minute way. Because sometimes I can come and say, okay, I want to be strategist, or like I want to be this or that. But then when you go deeper, then only you realize that, okay, as a strategist, this is the perfect role for me. And like I can tell you, since then I had around like 15 or 20 interviews. Every time when people ask me, okay, what you're looking for, I was so clear. Like even into my day-to-day activities, they were quite surprised that like you know exactly what you're talking about, and you have done your homework. It made massive difference. And since then, for all of the interviews, I got to the final round. Like I've never rejected like on first round, because they knew that exactly what I'm looking for. So like it really helped me to describe that day-to-day thing. And then it gives
Nice.
you the confidence as well. Like as I said, the like the more clear you are, the more confidence you will have. So that clarity really helped me to see that, okay, this is exactly I want to do. This is the way I want to do. And yeah.
That's awesome. So, so tell us about the job that you landed, and yeah, what happened when you went through that process, or what was the outcome?
See, like I was coming from SME background, and like initially when I was interviewing, like a lot of companies really love my profile, and they said, okay, you are perfect, but like unfortunately you don't have that big brands background, and like they declined my application, which I was fine with it, because like again, I was very conscious what I was doing, and then I cannot change something what I've done. But then I remember that you and I sat down together, and I told you that, Robin, this is the issue, and then you helped me to like actually put that answer in a way that, okay, like at the end of the day, whether you have worked with the SME or you have worked with the big brands, at the end of the day you deal with humans. What I'm good at, which is in my Gallup strength as well, is to deal with humans, and I'm good at communication. So like if I can deal with the SME, I can also deal with the big business. The same question my current employer asked, that, okay, you have only worked with like startups, SMEs. How are you going to take that into big brands? So, so like that time I thought, like what we practiced and then what we discussed, and I answered them thoroughly that this is the way. Like if you are dealing with humans, I can deal with your clients, because I'm good in dealing with humans. If they are from startups, SMEs, from like X or Y industry, it doesn't really matter to me. And then like they were quite convinced, because the way I was telling them in a very convincing way, they were said, okay, perfect. So like it really helped me. And again, it's not like some people, they just go and like have one interview and then they say, like I got rejected, I'm not good enough. This is not the case, because somewhere down the line your job is waiting for you. You just have to keep going. You just have to learn from every interview, and practice is something, like Robin, even though like by coming from Business Connect, I did around 2000 Business Connect advisories. But then like in that case as well, when I landed to my first interview, like you know how much I practice, you know how much we like together we practice for the same question 5 times, record it, sing it. So I think practice is very important.
I used your story as well about how you dressed up for your it was a big brand that you were interviewing for, and they were so excited that you had a suit and a
Oh,
tie
yeah.
on and you had a presentation ready, and so they were very impressed with that. So I tell people, even on the webcam, it's worth making that great
Absolutely.
first impression.
Absolutely. See, again, every interview, every client meeting, I always go dressed, because you never know You may be meeting your future client, you may be meeting your future employer, you may be meeting, like, who knows. So like every time you have to give your best shot. Like that's what I have learned.
That's
So
awesome. And I'm just looking at your strengths. You also have strategic and includer and individualization, which made you great at the small business consulting role for New South Wales. But are you using all of your strengths today in your current role?
I think like one time I heard the way you do something is the way you do everything. So exactly the same principles I used to use in my startup career. I'm using here as well. So like for example, attending meetings on time. Like I don't remember even a single time I got late, even though I did move like over 2,000 meetings. Like even though if I'm the client or like they are my client, I'm like I never get late. Like for example, this meeting I joined 10:58 because I didn't want to get late. So
I
so like
loved it.
going in time is very important. Number two, dressing up is very important. Number three is like I prepare for every single meeting I do because I don't want to go there and just like just like look like that I'm not respecting your time. See, again, if I'm not prepared for a meeting, which means that I'm not respecting my time, because at the end of the day I have to spend half an hour with you whether I like it or not, like as a client. So then I make sure that I do my homework. I like like I check everything. If I have to check your LinkedIn profile, if I have to see previous emails, I make sure that I always go prepared. And then, like one thing I have learned from Dinesh, like my previous manager, after every client meeting, I send email to my client. This is what we discussed. These are the next steps. These are timelines. Thank you. Which makes my job so easy because then there is no room for miscommunication, misunderstanding, and then you have everything in written. Like I used to do this in a startup world, but then again, like I have joined Ovato in February. Since then, I have been doing the same, and people are amazed just to see my work ethics. Like a lot of people, my clients, my boss, like most of them told me that, like, like they really love that I'm always prepared. I always send the meeting notes,
That's
and then
awesome. So
like
that's
I'm always
evidence
very clear.
of your achiever and your individualization. Like you said, you
Yeah.
respect other people's time as well as your own. That's great. And so I think COVID has caused you a few career changes. But what were you saying about your resume now? Since we worked on your resume, you're now getting much more activity when you do go back out to the market. Is that what you were saying? That you get a lot more callbacks or interviews?
Yeah. I can tell you, like a lot of people are struggling due to COVID, which I completely understand. But again, one thing, today's COVID, before it was bushfire, before it was drought, before something else. So external environment you cannot control. So like no point on going and like pointing fingers. Yes, they make, like yes, they actually affect your career, your personal life, professional life, everything. Yes, but at the end of the day you can only do things which are in your control. So like since the time COVID hit, I did not complain that okay, my salary got decreased of xyz, whatever the reason. I went out, I searched for more. Then I got Ovata job in February. It took me 7 months, by the way, to get my like to get my first role. But then in Ovato as well, few things changed, and I just started looking for a job 2 weeks ago. Applied 4 jobs, interviewed like all of them, and like yesterday I signed a offer letter from a company as head of digital. So
That's
again,
awesome.
yeah.
Head of digital.
Yes.
Wow. That's
So like
cool.
going from strategist to head of digital of a company, 25 years old, massive company, like widely known. And then like earlier people were saying that okay, you only have SME experience. Now I have to deal with biggest brands in Australia. So again, Again, you may not have the experience today, you may not have the skills today, you may not have XYZ, whatever it is, but it is your 100% responsibility to go out, do whatever is in your hand, and the rest will actually work out. And
Right.
then if not this job, then something else. So like you cannot just hold to one job and like that's end of my life. It's like it's not like this. You always have to keep going.
And I can hear your positivity, your resilience and your positivity. That's awesome. So you got a new job. So I you don't have to disclose figures, but has your pay gone up since a year ago or
7 months, my pay gone up by around 2.7 or 2.8 times.
oh
Right?
wow.
3 times, I can say,
I thought you were going to
almost.
say 2.8%.
No, 2.3 or, well, sorry, 2.7 or 2.8 times.
Wow. So it's more than doubled.
Yes, more than double. Like
Wow,
almost
that's
triple,
awesome.
like almost triple, but
Yeah.
nearly there.
Oh,
Like
that's
it's nearly there.
wonderful. That's wonderful. Awesome. Um, so I guess we can close on saying that the career coaching services that you received from me really did help you get clarity and also figure out how you were going to brand yourself and do the interview responses. And also your resume is doing its job by getting you the callback. So that's so exciting, Bhavani. I love it.
I can tell you, Robin, like if I have to like summarize everything, weigh it together. I think number one, you gave me a goal. If you don't have a goal, every direction is a right direction. So like what you gave me is a goal. Let's say if I want to meet my friend, she's in Sydney, I don't know her address, I have to go and knock every single house in Sydney. That's, I think that's what 90 to 95% job seekers are doing. They are going and applying to any job, any company, and then the more you apply, like like not a right role, you are most likely to get rejected. And then when you apply for the right job, your confidence is so low that like internally you have you have already lost the battle. So it's very important to know your goal. That's what you help me. Second is to actually know myself, my strengths consciously. Like it really helped me to understand, okay, these are the tools I have. I cannot compete with people. Like let's say if they ask me that, okay, do you have 15 years of Australian experience, like I can't compete with that because I came here in 2014. But then what are my strengths, what I'm good at? And then like some people may say, like I'm not good at anything, but like that's not true at all. You are good at so many things, you just need to be conscious. That's where Gallup, and also when I sat with you, gone through my Gallup strength, then I understood that, okay, these strengths means X to me, because those strengths may mean different to different people. So like that, so that self-consciousness really helped me. Third is clarity. Describe my date, describe my ideal role. These two things really help me, because then, like earlier I was applying to any role, and then I got like 98 to 99% of times I was applying to the wrong jobs. But then every time I was hearing decline, or sorry, you are not the right person. And then like you're a human, like sometimes you question yourself, like I'm not good enough. And 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 I can say that I also question myself. But then again, like it's in my head, like no, I have to find out. If I'm not good enough today, it's okay. How I can improve myself for tomorrow, so that those company will come back and ask me. The job I got, like it's a funny story. That recruiter, I first like first time I messaged him in 2015, then 16, 17, like I contacted him 6 times. He never responded to me. This time, on 2nd of August, he contacted me for this head of digital role.
Oh, he was a headhunter again.
Yes.
Wow.
So
Okay.
like 6 times I went there, contacted him in 15, I think twice, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Yep.
Never
No
responded me back
interaction.
because
Okay.
he knew that I'm not good enough, which I'm like perfectly fine with it. But then what I did, instead of sitting and just like I'm not good enough, I actually improve myself. Okay, how I can improve, how I can grow, so
Yeah.
that those people who are saying no to me today, tomorrow they will come back to me and they will offer me. Funnily, when he came back to me on 2nd of August, I said no to him. Like when he came, okay, this is the job. I said like I have one more offer, and like this role is like I'm not interested. But then he came back again, chased me, called me, please, let's talk. I will clarify. This is perfect for you. So
That's awesome.
it is just a matter of time. You have to improve yourself. You
Yeah.
have to work, and like I can say that career coaching is so important. It is so important because it will help you to know what you don't know. What you don't know is like you don't know. So
Yeah.
like you have to go out, you have to put everything on the line if you want to achieve your goals. Like I can't go half-hearted, I can't go like blindfolded that okay, I want to achieve this or like I want to get this role, but
Mm.
then I'm not interested in career coaching. I can do myself. Like even though like I was doing the same job for 6 or 7 years. I was happy, but then the zest of growing, the zest of doing something else, and then achieving bigger. Like I went out, like I don't have any like some people I've noticed that they have that thing that okay, I don't need help. Like I know everything. If you know everything, I feel sorry for you because there's so much to learn. Like until today, even there is so much to learn.
Yeah.
You just go out, open any platform, you can learn something new.
Mm.
So I think career coaching with you really helped me to identify what like what I really want to do in my life, especially in the professional way, and also how I can do things consciously.
Mm.
These two things merged together, and then like it was very easy for me. But at the same time, you have to improve yourself, and you have to like make yourself up so
Yeah.
that
Build yourself
so-
up.
yes,
Yeah.
so that people can come to you, like those people who have actually like did not bother to respond to you at all.
Yeah. Well, I think that proves a point of if you're polite and you're persistent,
Yes,
eventually you can break through the pile of competition
yes,
and it will pay off. So you never
absolutely.
held it against him that he
No.
didn't respond to you. And yeah, now you guys after lockdown, you can go have a beer together or something.
I
This
completely
recruiter.
understand, like from his point of view as well, because that time he was hiring a bit more senior role, and I was overly passionate that okay, I can do this, I can do this,
Yeah.
which I completely understand. See, again,
Yeah.
I was hitting dart in the dark. Like I did not know like what I was doing that time. Like as I said, I was doing like applying to anything, contacting
Yeah.
anyone without having a
Yeah.
strategy. So
Yeah.
like that was my bad part.
Mm.
But then I improved, I learned, I improved, I learned. Then
Mm.
like he saw that yes, this guy has grown up so much. He's doing XYZ. Let's go and
Mm.
contact him.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And I guess another good point here is people didn't care that you were in a role for a short period. I mean, COVID affected lots of businesses differently. And so that was like some of my clients are quite fearful of having a job that's less than 1 year on their resume or 2 years on their resume. But in this climate, it doesn't matter anymore. Would you agree?
Like I would say yes. Like even though like if the climate is not right, if you have the right justification, again we are a human being. Sometimes you feel that okay, this is the right job for you, and then you join and then you find out oh, this is not exactly what you're looking for.
Mm.
It is perfectly fine. We all make mistake. Like
Yeah.
whenever someone is scared of like doing something, I just ask them that do you know anyone who have never made any mistake? We all make mistakes, we all learn.
Mm.
So like I don't think so if you have to leave after 4 5 months, like I would say that always discuss with your current employer first. This was your expectation, this is what you're getting, this is the gap. can we remove this gap, or like can we address this gap? If they say no, we cannot do anything, and then you can go out, because then you can have a genuine conversation with your future employer that, okay, this was the issue. I went and spoken to my current employer, and then they can't do it. That's
Mhm.
where like consciousness and like knowing what exactly you are looking for is
Mhm.
important. Because if you don't know those things, there'll be so many surprises when you join the company. Because now I have asked my employer, okay, what's a typical day looks like what exactly you're looking for, what are the KPIs, like those questions. I know exactly what to ask, and then I can go back and see, okay, is this the right company? Like with Ovado, I had no intention to leave the company, but then like these circumstances are out of my control. like 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 it went diluted from a ASX listed company to a different direction. Like I can't control that, which I
Mhm.
completely understand. And I told the same to the employer. They had zero issues. They said, we completely understand. Perfect.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I am so excited for you, Bhavani, and I really thank you for taking the time to record this with me. And your story is really inspiring to others. So thank you for sharing about your journey. And we look forward to watching this space on other roles that you're going to grow into. I'm excited for your career.
Firstly, thank you so much, Robin. Like, as you know, like when I had my first thought that I want to do something else, like I remember we were in WhatsApp and I told you then and there that, Robin, I want to do something else. It was November 2019, and I told you that I'm going to India, I'm getting married. When I come back, and then we will sit and do this exercise. So again, people have to take the first step, and it is worth it. Like if you want to grow, you have to put the effort, whether it's your personal relationship or your health or your career. You have to put the effort. You cannot reap the fruits without doing anything.
Beautifully said. Thanks, Bhavani.